20! Shorty! 82! Listen! Hang in there now! 82!
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
3 down. There we go. Back. 180.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Great. There we go. Back. 180.
On second down, here's Wentz. Got some real estate inside the 30. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one down to the 24. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. And it's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Down and man inside. Down and man.
They'll try to run with a J. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 20. Go.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
50-50.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Tag. Let's go. 30. Tag.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Staying on his feet. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Here we go. Set. Ooh, 88.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 79 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Please.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Lion.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Straight 15.
On 1st down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Black, come on. Goal. Black, come on.
Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Shorty.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. Deep. Play.
Tannehill on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wentz now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Black.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Thompson on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 4 down. 120.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This is Ajayi. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with Ajani. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go. Great. Hey, stack. Gold. Hey, stack.
Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for his touch. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
81. Hey, here we go. 280. Black. Hey, rip 5-2, on here.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Right back to him on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. But maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Shorty. There we go. Back. Sweetie.
To throw is Wentz. Dancing to his left. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this run.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Deep. 50.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And out come the Eagles. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 20. Go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Hard throw, incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro Navarro Bowman, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Go. Tiger. Hip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting a quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To throw is Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go. Hey, 20. Go. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
240. Hip. Tiger.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And fights him off. Just keeping the play alive. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.